so that once upon a time, the Philippines is one of the most powerful countries in Asia when it comes in military forces.
Okay.
According to some research about the history of armed forces of the Philippines, the Philippines owned numerous number of fighter planes, jet fighter, attack helicopters, warships, a submarine chaser, war tanks, and one of the most advanced super weapons in Asia named Bongbong 1.
Bongbong 1.
So today in this video, we will talk about how powerful is the Philippine military forces during the President Marcos regime. The military forces with the most modern equipment in Asia that you could never imagine as of today.
I honestly can't imagine them having like advanced weapons because like over the time they're like the Philippines weapons wise they've been falling behind, and now they're actually starting to like catch up in the weapons. Like they're starting to get better weapons now. That's what I'm starting to notice. But I can't imagine that at one point in time they had better weapons than everyone else. Untold stories. President Marcos. A lot of people say he was the greatest president.
According to some research, only 3 countries around the world owned bought F-8 fighter aircraft. Aside from France and the United States, the Philippines is the only country in Asia who owned bought F-8 Crusader.
Okay.
Bought F-8 Crusader is a carrier-based air superiority jet aircraft, gained fame during the Vietnam War in the 1970s. By destroying 19 Vietnamese aircraft in an air-to-air combat during that war. During the Marcos regime, the Philippines acquired 35 units of bought F-8 Crusader in 1977.
Okay.
However, these aircraft were destroyed during Mount Pinatubo eruption and never been replaced after the Marcos regime. The Philippine Air Force also acquired 19 units of F-5A and 3 units of F-5B light fighter aircraft from 1965 to 1967. F-5A Freedom Fighter aircraft was also used by the very famous Blue Diamond Aerobatic Team in 1968. The Blue Diamond is a national aerobatic team of the Philippine Air Force and one of the oldest formal flying aerobatic teams in the world.
You see this? I did not know about this. The Blue Diamond. Do they still have the Blue Diamond in the Philippines? Is this still like an aerobatic team in the Philippines? Let me know in the comments, because I did not know about this. Everyone knows about the Blue Jets and like the American ones, the blue people that fly around in the blue planes, but I never knew about the Blue Diamond in the Philippines.
Every Independence Day, the Blue Diamond performed their aerobatic skills and techniques up in the sky to show the world.
When is Philippine Independence Day? I have no idea. Can you guys let me know in the comments when is the Independence Day of the Philippines? Let me know in the comments down below.
World-class talent of Air Force pilots in the Philippines. BRP Andres Bonifacio PF-7 is a Philippine Navy warship acquired by the Philippines in 1976. It was built by late Washington Shipyard in the United States and served as a lead ship in the Philippine Navy. BRP Gregorio del Pilar PF-8 is a Philippine Navy warship acquired by the Philippines in 1976. Just like the BRP Andres Bonifacio, it is one of the largest combat ship of the Philippine Navy during that time.
Okay.
BRP Diego Silang PF-9 and BRP Francisco de Gohort are the other warships acquired by the Philippines in 1976 and 1979. However, after the Marcos regime, these 4 large warships of the Philippine Navy were discarded and sold as scrap.
Oh wow. So after Marcos, it's pretty much, it seems, from the I'm getting so far from the video, after the Marcos regime, like the Philippines completely like stopped. Like they didn't want to be related to any like weapons, or they like got rid of most of the weapons. Like the airplanes got destroyed in the eruption and they never got replaced. It seemed like the Philippines wanted to become like a peaceful nation after the Marcos regime. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. If I'm right, let me know in the comments down below. But from what I'm watching from this video so far, it's like after the wars and everything, Philippines just didn't want to like spend their money on the military forces anymore.
The Philippines also acquired 4 warship destroyer escorts. The BRP Raja Lacandula PF-4 in 1976. The BRP Datu Kalansiao PS-76 in 1967. the BRP thanUSA PF-5 in 1976, and the BRP Regimemmmm PF-6 in 1978. Fleet minesweeper like the BRP thanUSA's PS-18 in 1975. Two coastal minesweepers, the RPS Zambales and RPS Zamboanga del Norte in 1979. Two minesweepers, the RPS Davao del Norte and RPS Davao del Sur in 1979. Two submarine chasers, the BRP Nueva Vizcaya in 1968 and BRP Negros Oriental in 1976. 26 units of amphibious warfare vessels, where some of these units are still active until now.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot of ships, man. For the Philippine nation, that is a lot of ships so far. And some of them are still active. That's actually quite interesting to know that they're still active. But like even now, I'm starting to think like, wow. So these ships were bought so long ago, so they haven't upgraded their armies until recently. Recently, I've been hearing a lot of news about the Philippine army being finally upgraded, like their equipment-wise being upgraded. Like, don't get it wrong. Like, so Philippines have some of the best training. Filipinos have some of the best training. I know that, and everyone knows that. But their equipment, everyone keeps saying that, yes, we understand that we have our equipment may be out of date. And like this kind of right here is telling me how some of them are still in service after being so long. That tells you that, yeah, Kevin, it's been a while since the Philippines has last upgraded their equipment.
And a hospital ship, the RPS Hospital Nang Tulungan in 1975. During the President Marcos administration, the Philippine Army has a secret program named the Santa Barbara Project. A secret project where the Philippine Army is developing a locally made missile called Bongbong 1. The Bongbong 1 missile has a 12 kilometers firing range, and it was built by the Filipino scientists, with the help of German engineers and scientists.
Okay.
From 1972 to 1980, these missiles were successfully tested 37 times in Caballo Island. On September 1975, after the successful launching of 4 Bongbong missiles, many people asked why is the Philippines making its own missile program. President Ferdinand Marcos then replied, "The defense of the Philippines cannot be left to alliance with other countries. We must assume that there will be contingencies, where even the United States may not be ready to come to our assistance."
Okay, President, give him a round of applause for that, because he knew, like, obviously you can't rely on other nations to always come save you, right? We want to let people